Welcome, I'm Kinetic Symphony. This is Dave. I hunt down and report on weird and true mysterious stories, from glitches to the supernatural. Case file number 1929, written by OK Supermarket 8659. Invisible romance without a chance. Back when I was in high school, I, 20 male, was fairly popular and had a pretty decent group of friends. I was well enough liked, but struggled getting a girlfriend for a variety of reasons. I didn't want to date the myriad of girls my friends tried to set me up with. I was well and truly a happy single. However, I was a bit insecure about the fact that all my friends were dating, many of them, and I was being left alone. Enter this random girl who follows me on Instagram one day. One or two mutuals who are all mutual friends of themselves. Very far away from my social circle. She replies to one of my stories, I talk to her a bit, and I essentially string her along. It's clear she's interested, so we even meet up one day. Then I have a bright idea. I tell my friends this girl is my girlfriend. She lived really far away from our high school, and none of them knew anyone who knew her. No social overlap. It was perfect. I even texted her every now and then and talk on call to keep up the facade. She obviously is happy to oblige because she likes me. I will never meet her again though. Remember this. This is key. So a year later, when we're done with high school, I finally decide I'm ready to date. So I staged a fake breakup with her. My friends all console me, and I'm happy as a clam that I got away with this. I texted her a few more times. We hadn't called in a while anyway. I dated another girl for 2 months, and that's that. So I'm in college now. This is my 4th semester. Last week, one of my friends asked me if I remember so-and-so, the girl I pretended to date. I say I do. He says that he kinda misses her. She was a good fit for me. I laugh and ask him what makes him say that, since he's never met her. He tells me, but you used to bring her over all the time. I'm confused. I ask him what he's on about. He shows me pictures of all of us together, and her sitting with us. I try to act nonchalant, but he's kinda concerned at this point. I waved it off as a joke, and I didn't mention it until he left. At that point, I scrolled through my own gallery, and sure enough, there isn't a single picture of her, so I relax. Then, just as an afterthought, I go to my Instagram story archives. In that 1 year, there had to be like 60 or 70 stories of us together. This cannot be doctored. I casually ask some of my friends if they do remember her. They all do. I finally cave and contact her. She picked up my call. We made small talk. I couldn't just ask her if we had ever dated, so I mentioned the good old days, and she agreed. She talked about the events that never happened. She even referenced the breakup that never happened. And it was exactly the same as a lie I told everyone. Case notes found 1929. Invisible romance without a chance. So you say back in high school and then say I 20 male. I'm assuming you weren't 20 in high school, but you're just 20 now. Anyways. Yeah, we've all been teenagers and done things that aren't exactly good. To lead someone on, pretend you're dating them, etc. Not ideal, but it's almost like a cosmic prank on you, karma, where the universe said, okay, you're going to pretend that you did this? Well, no, you actually did it. Waja, magic spell, and now you've done it. Outside of quantum immortality, you're in a different universe where you did actually date her. But that's a big change. That's a leap that I don't know if I'd make, because again, you're young, there's no clear indication of why you would have died, so doesn't seem likely it's that, but if it's not quantum immortality, I'm honestly not sure what it would be. Case file number 1930. Written by Newfoundfool. A tale of two faces in all the wrong places. My friend and I are constantly mistaken for each other, to the point where when it started, we thought it was cute and funny, but it has been going on for so long and keeps happening more and more that it's just old now and starting to freak me out. One would think, surely, we must look alike, right? Well, not really. I don't think our faces look anything alike, and people agree with me. Me, 39 female, mid-length hair, brunette. I have a very colorful sleeve. Her, let's call her Betty B, 33 female, long blonde hair. She has individual black and gray tattoos all over. We are about the same height, but different build. It makes absolutely no sense, but if we are at an event, someone will think we're the other person, minimum once each. And some of these people know us very well. I have a full 15-minute conversation with a friend one night at a party, before I realized she thought she was talking to my other friend. It's almost getting worse too. It started happening to some of our close friends. To give some context, in the run of a weekend camping trip with a bunch of friends, this happened to me 3 times. I've known most of these people for over 8 years, and I brought her into the community about 6 years ago. With the 2 of us, it goes both ways. It gets weirder. There's another female friend, let's call her Batty B, 36 female, similar height, long darker blonde hair, full colored sleeves and hands, and a more curvy doggy than mine. Makes me wish I was this one. I don't think we look alike in the face either, except maybe a similar shape of face. We're not as close, so people don't get together as much, but people have also mistaken me for her for almost 10 years. Even 2 of her boyfriends thought I was her at one point. People thinking I'm Batty B actually makes more sense than mixing me up with Betty B. One more example. My whole life, I've had this feeling that people don't remember my face, so I always reintroduce myself. Despite being a large personality, I've been told I'm hard to forget. Which, check out, I'm fun, loud, and adorable. We were throwing a big fundraiser event where everyone dresses up. I had a killer outfit and added a long braid extension to my ponytail. Only once that night was I mistaken for my friend. But I would say 60% of my friends didn't know who I was. It was the strangest experience. Imagine going to a party full of your friends, and over half of them don't recognize you. It makes no sense. I was wearing makeup, but not any more than usual. All my friends who did recognize me couldn't believe that others couldn't. I found out later that I had in-depth conversations with friends, and they thought they were talking to random people. They didn't realize it until all the photos of the event were posted and they all saw me with my partner. That was the night I realized I should have been a spy, and I feel bad for calling Superman's disguise stupid. Caissons found 1930. A Tale of Two Faces in all the wrong places. Okay, I'll be the first one to say that I got no clue on this one. I mean, if you have a friend that looks like you, obviously you get mistaken all the time, but it's almost like your essences are shifting between each other. And you had Betty B and Batty B, and even Batty B this happens to, when you look nothing alike. And it's not just the face, you know someone by their body, you know someone by their pheromones. I don't think I've ever confused someone to be someone else if I knew them. It's just not possible. Their voice, their aura, their mystique, everyone has a unique identifier. And for some reason, yours is interchangeable with 2 other people. Between all of them, it's like a triangle of superposition. How bizarre. But I don't know what would cause this. I really don't. There's no glitch that I can think of that really fits either, so this is just a mystery. Very strange one to experience, I imagine. Now time for the joke of the day. While applying for Australian citizenship, the officer asked me, "Do you have a criminal history?" And I said, "No. Is that still required?" That's amazing. Returning to the penal colony. That is one of those things that really does make sense, though. Australia is so hostile that it started off as a penal colony, a prison basically. Makes total sense. That's not a place you really want to go just to visit, to live. But apparently people do. No disrespect to anyone who's Australian. I just, damn, you guys are playing on hardcore. Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell. Kinetic Symphony signing off.